The ancestral altar lies deep beneath the seals. What trials await me, I wonder? I must not lose focus.
And this part of the game where you're forced to play as Melia there. So maybe I should actually change around some of my gear here so that I don't get absolutely wrecked. And we shall see here. Yeah, that has a slot. Oh, that raised it a little bit, but I don't have a slot on that. But yeah, so as Elvis explained with the Monado there, it can very much control like the very fabric of the world, but at the end of the day, the Monado does what its owner basically wants it to do. So Elvis explains, like, I willed it and it happened. That's how I was able to wield the Monado. But like, the Monado acts in the best interests of the Bionis. So in a sense, the Bionis has kind of chosen Shulk to wield it, because that'll act in the Bionis's best interest, to put it in another way. And it's a little bit more unclear as to why Dunban was able to wield the Monado. Like, it obviously gave him some terrible side effects, like it used to like zap him a whole bunch, and now he wields a sword with his left arm, even though he was right-handed at the beginning of the game where he was wielding the Monado, because the Monado like literally like destroyed his right arm pretty much. He can, as was shown in the beginning of the game, he can barely lift a spoon with it. But he was still able to wield it in between these times of like pain and shocks, and as Elvis explained there, I would imagine it's probably because like he just willed it so much. Like, when you think of Dunban, you think of a super crazy badass character who's willing to do like whatever it takes to protect his people. So I imagine, if I had to guess, the reason why Dunban could wield a Monado is because like he willed it so much. Just like Elvis explained, he was able to use it. He just had the will for it. And it was so... Okay, I apparently don't have anything better here. No? But yeah, Elvis's way of describing the Monado is horrifying, and misspelled Monado, I know what you're trying to say. Yeah, very intriguing. The possibility of the outcomes where the whole controls the fabric of the world isn't very comforting to know. Yeah, like, Shulk doesn't know how to use any of this power yet, but essentially, like, at the beginning of the game, one of the things that they said was the Monado was the sword that the Bionis wielded. So when it showed at the beginning, like the Bionis and the Mechonis fighting, you can basically imagine that that massive beam of light that the Bionis had was somehow the Monado, and it has a lot more power that Shulk doesn't know how to handle. Knowing you wield the sword that decides the final fate of the end of the world. Yeah, it can, but it seems very much like this power is almost locked away for reasons we haven't established yet. But for example, like, there's the fact that it can't cut people or face Mechon, for example. Like, this power that it possesses isn't available at the moment. It's kind of locked away. I need to put some things on. Some crystals. Locked away for the greater good. Yeah, that could be it there. But we'll find out as the story goes on. Why exactly is that locked away? I guess I could put on, like, some strength weapon power. I have no idea what that even does. There's so many things here. Sure, a strength up thing. I don't know. I have some slots on these, too. I could put on, like, an HP up thing. I don't know. Damage heal. I don't remember what that does, but it sounds like something that'll heal you a little bit when you take damage or something? I don't know. I don't know, man. Sure, let's put on an HP up too, because sure. Alright, maybe now I should actually level up some of Melia's arts if I'm gonna be forced to use her in this tomb here. But yeah, it's probably sealed away as a prevention plan, a plan that makes sure the power, I assume that's supposed to say, isn't abused and falls into the wrong hands. But like, only certain people can even wield the Monado, though. Is that why it can't cut humans? But we'll find out as the story goes on. Scaredy cat. I love that emote so much. Sacrifice own HP to restore HP of a party member. Interesting. But when I'm like solo here, that probably won't help much. Apparently, I haven't actually used Melia a whole lot in my previous playthroughs, but from what I've heard, apparently she's like potentially the most tricky party member, but if you figure out how to use her correctly, she's apparently the most OP. What's this? Shoot a summon to elemental. Full gauge causes element burst. The heck is all this? Fire increases strength, discharge inflicts blaze damage, throw the enemy back, physical attack. Either from ground restricts movement of enemies in range, release internal strength to seal enemy art. Water causes HP regeneration, discharge range enemy HP, that's pretty cool. Releases latent power, reducing the defense of enemies in range. Wrap the enemy in warm ether, sending them to sleep. And electricity increases ether, discharge inflicts large damage. I don't know what these two things mean. I assume you use like one of these and then you use this to do something with an element. I have no idea what the heck. So she's like nurse, like a DBD. But yeah, you definitely like theorizing. Okay, let's just throw some stuff in here. I'm not 100% sure what all this does, because I never like really used Melia a whole bunch, and like as I start to stream this more and more, people might get mad at me for that, because apparently she's like potentially the strongest party member. But like, I don't know, I'm stubborn. Maybe if I'm feeling spicy later, I might try out some new characters, but my regular party that I use is usually Dunban, Rain, and Shulk is usually my set 3. Most experienced Xenoblade players would probably look at that and be like, gross! Gross, you're using Charla? Or it's just like the whole team setup in general. Like, that doesn't work, why are you doing that? And I'd just be like, I don't know, I'm stubborn, and it's like, what works for me, I guess. Hello, Monado Link. I assume that name has something to do with this game here. Probably. Let's just level up these arts so I can get through this tomb. The totally best part of this game. No, dang it. Yeah, I know I don't have the arts manual. I wasn't trying to level that one up. I wasn't trying to. Okay, I've gotten every art that's currently equipped up as high as I can. Is there anything else? I guess there's skill trees, but like I've probably been through this before. Skill links. Can I get things from other people? What is this? Increases strength during the day and reduces cooldown during the day. Let's increase some strength. Can't do anything from Charla. Oh, cool, man. Oh, sure, let's do increased chain attack damage. Sure. No, dang it. Dang it. Nerves in the way of. Used poorly, she's the absolute worst. Used to the best of her ability, she's the most BO Smash 4 one can get, which you guess to understand, but that's a good way of putting it. Oh, I probably don't want to increase aggro on Melia here. Well, there's only one party member, so all aggro is going to be on me anyway. But yeah, in Dead by Daylight, bad nurse players are the worst killer in the game, but a good nurse player is the best killer in the game. It's very interesting. Do I have to push the button? Apparently so. Yeah, I'll take a double cheeseburger with extra ketchup.
I have come to be judged on my legitimacy to the throne by the ancestral spirits.
Permission granted. Commencing analysis of genetic data.
I want to be a yo-yo man, he cried. Make me
Oh yeah, the follow alert that doesn't.
He just kept on
The follow alert that still plays a sound during cutscenes, even though I have the alert box off during cutscenes. Whoops. It's not like this story content is important anyway. It's the freaking tomb. Who cares about the tomb? I really need to switch to Streamlabs OBS just for my playthroughs here. Also, I usually don't talk during cutscenes, but I couldn't help myself there.
It's so cold.
There are remnants of
I didn't mean to turn the camera on. I meant to turn it off. Whoops.
This is no
Wrong
ordinary
hotkey.
chill.
As I explained before, Dunban, the defense systems are designed to prevent uninvited.
Well, what does this do? Don't touch. Huh?
Totally the best area in the game. Okay, back to gameplay, and I'm just gonna replay that follow alert. I really need to, like, maybe switch to Streamlabs OBS. Wait, does it not want to replay it? Oi, replay that alert. It doesn't want to replay the alert. Let's refresh. It really doesn't want to replay this alert. What the heck? Oi.
I want to be a yo-yo
There we
man
go.
who cried.
There it is.
Yo-yo
Thanks for the follow,
man
Monado Link. I appreciate it.
He
But
just
yeah.
kept on yo-yoing.
And yeah, I couldn't help myself during that cutscene. I saw that and I was like, okay, this seems too much like wait, it's replaying it twice now? Okay, thanks for 2 follows, I guess, because that's totally logical. That's totally a thing you can do on Twitch, is you can totally follow twice. The double follow, sure. Sure, Streamlabs. Yeah, McDouble with extra cheese, a cup of water, and a large fry. Yeah, I saw that there. It's like, state your purposes. Like, I couldn't help myself. It's like, oh man. Deal damage by firing elementals. Yeah, this is some weird thing Melia does. Melia is alone in the tomb. It might be best for her to fire elementals after summoning them. How do I summon elementals? Deal damage after using them to grant herself buffs. However, when taking on multiple enemies at once, try inflicting sleep on some to make it easier to fight others. Take care not to awaken sleeping monsters with arts like Summon Flare. I don't know which one is Summon Flare, but that sounds pretty spicy. Not gonna lie. I never use Melia when I play through Xenoblade Chronicles, so like, I don't know these things. I only ever play her in the tomb. I don't know what. This place is actually giving me vibes of like one of the later Twilight Princess dungeons from Legend of Zelda, I think. Oh, nice dodge. Boop 'em! Boop 'em, there we go. Okay, fire elemental. Okay, so I have an elemental now. Oh, look at that. I got a fire thing above me. I summon Flare. Knock the enemy back, inflicting slow. Inflicts bind on enemies. I almost tried to cancel my attack for a second like it was Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Electric elemental. Sure. Do I have 2 elementals now? Oh, I apparently do. Weird. Boop the snoot. I would if I could carve ya. Sure, this. Okay, I have 3 elementals around me now. When do I get to use my center thing? Oh, I apparently already could. What did that do? I don't know what that did. Oh, I can always do it? I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, I can attack using a summon elemental. There, I hit it with 2 flares. Let's get a Volt one and a Aqua one. Sure, I don't know what I'm doing. But she seems like a very interesting character. What the heck is this gear that I just got? It probably doesn't matter. If I start losing fights, I'll probably throw it on. But otherwise, I'm probably just gonna skedaddle skadoodle, make my way through the high Entia tomb. Yoink, mine now. Blue ladybird. What the heck is a blue ladybird? What the heck be that? Oh, is this the area with the climbing bits? Or is that like the next one? Okay, I think I can go either way around here. Hop down the thing! Whee! Alright, there should be another bridge thing that appears over this way. Hey, there's a heart-to-heart in the high Entia tomb. That's weird, isn't it? That's friggin' weird. Is there gonna be an enemy that drops down here? Yeah, that's what I thought. Hey, man. Oh, there's 2 of you. Okay, let's put you to sleep. Okay, and then we'll fight you while the other one's asleep. Let's use these elementals. So why is a princess alone in a strange, you assume, underground tomb? Good question. Apparently she needs to do something to like prove herself worthy of the throne, and one of the royals was like, oh, how about we do the tomb? And her father was like, no, that's a terrible idea. Like, we haven't used a tomb in forever because it's like super dangerous. But then they were like, screw it, let's do it anyway. That seems like a good idea. So apparently she's here now. You know, let's attack with my elementals, I guess. Okay, that did like nothing. It's doing like nothing.
Water, the source of all life.
What do I do here?
Now,
Use the thing.
I feel the ether building within me.
Okay, let's put you to sleep real quick. And then let's move away and try to get our arts to charge back up in the meantime. Yeah. Yeah, let's just get our bearings here. This kingdom really has a massive IQ score. I put a Bravely Default and did it anyway. That's literally the story of Bravely Default right there. Are we making a mistake? Let's do it anyway. Yeah, that's literally a plot of Bravely Default right there. You right.
Water, the source of all life.
Okay, use the elementals.
Healing aqua.
That. Okay, did I heal myself with that or something? Let's use it again. Why doesn't it let me do the thing? I don't understand. It's not letting me use anything. I'm dead now. Where's everybody else? Why is Melia alone? Because in this part of the story, you can only have Melia alone. in this specific little passage, you have to play as Melia alone, which is pretty annoying. And I guess I did lose that fight, so I should probably see if that gear that I just got is any better. Yeah, the other characters are like coming here to save her, but like we don't have control of them right now. Oh, sweet, we can put that on and we get another slot. What was the other thing I got? I got one of these. Cool, I got another slot then because of this. Sure, let's put on one of those HP ups that I had before. And I could put on another thing. Like, I don't know. Lightning attack? I can increase physical defense. Do these guys attack with physical attacks or ether attack? Screw it. Physical defense up. Screw it, man. We'll do it anyway. Man, oh man. Maybe I should have been a little bit higher of level before coming here. Oh dang, I have to go through all this again? Do you have to fight this first one over again? Please say I don't. Please say I don't. Okay, cool. Cool, man. I wonder how much it would suck if you went into this place like severely underleveled. Because then you couldn't like grind up to enough of a level if you couldn't even defeat one of the bots. I'm curious, can you fast travel out of the tomb? I'm curious. Nope. Nope, you're stuck in the tomb. That's what I figured, but I was curious. I was just wondering, man. Let's go around the left side this time. Is what we'll do. Let's be spicy and go around the left. Hey look, there's the chest from last time. There's probably some better gear in there that I can use, maybe. I don't know. The chest from that first enemy I killed last time. Can I loot it before the other ones appear? Loot it! Dang it! Wait, the other one hasn't spawned. Wait, is it because I defeated him before? Since I defeated him before, does he just stay gone? There, I have 3 elemental things. What happens if I use this now? Boop. I apparently healed myself a little bit. But yeah, who's your favorite character in this game? Yours is Ricky and Shulk. It might have to be Shulk for me. Like, keeping in mind, like, everything that happens throughout the rest of the story. Like, the way that Shulk develops as a character is absolutely fascinating. Like, the way that his journey starts out, and kind of the way that we're at right now in the story still, is it's still a story of revenge, where he just wants to destroy all the Mechon, and that's, like, the whole point of his journey. But, like, it begins to develop further from there, and he's just honestly fascinating as a character. You want more background on this character? What, Melia? Yeah, we'll be getting that pretty soonish in this chapter. Yeah, I guess the other one isn't spawning. Sweet. It just seems kind of here and exists. Yeah, but, oh my goodness, they just freaking... What's that item from Smash Bros. Called that's from Kid Icarus where you gather the 3 parts? The freaking massive beam thing. This bot just did that to me. Is what happened. Let's loot the chip. I was about to say chests, and then I was about to say something else when I read that new name in chat, and for some reason it came out as chips. Yes, let's loot the chips. And hello there. Do I just say that as Adrian? It's a very interesting spelling of Adrian. I like it, if that's the way that's spelled. Hello there. Want to hear a funny question? Maybe, I don't know. What's in here? Oh, is this where, like, the boss battle is? Let's find out.
You have done well, my descendant.
Descendant? Are you the progenitor of Antiqua?
Think of me as a recreation of said ancestor, possessing his thoughts and speech.
But he passed away thousands of years ago.
Do not mistake me for a living being. I am a replica of your ancestor. I am merely a projection of what he would be if you were to meet him now.
I do not understand. But I do not suspect any falsehood in your words.
It is beyond doubt. If I could feel, I would feel joy. I am not real, but I do not lie.
Joy? What do you mean?
The results of the gene analysis show Holmes gene integration of 80%. Estimates suggest evolution within 8 generations. Our wishes are almost fulfilled.
Wishes?
Our purpose, as decreed minds. We have spent millennia analyzing sequences to free ourselves from the curse. Only a certain gene set will unlock the mechanism and set us free.
I still do not understand.
It is of no consequence. I grant you this seal.
Is this...
It is you who will rule the High Entia, and likely be their last.
revered ancestor?
Go forth and rule, my descendant.
So the spirits look favorably upon you.
Explain yourself. Only Imperials are permitted to enter this place.
I am the subject of Her Highness the First Consort. I need no permission.
Mother's subject?
No impure child of the Second Consort has the right to refer to the First Consort as mother. A filthy Hom's half-breed has no right to the throne.
Who puts a great big hole somewhere like that?
As I explained, it's a defense mechanism.
What a mess, Rhine.
Friend not clever touching button.
I'm with these guys, Rhine.
How was I supposed to know that was gonna happen? What about your visions, eh? You think the two of you could come up with something?
You know it doesn't work like that.
It would have been useful, yes.
Pair of fortune-telling frauds.
You got us into this mess. And it's not the first time either.
Ricky, agree with Shulk.
Why is it my fault all of a sudden?
This time it is your fault.
Precisely.
Well...
Be thankful that we are all alive. I suggest greater care next time. Our journey will be longer, but we can still make our way deeper into the tomb.
Okay. We can't waste another second. Melia needs us.
Alright. Back into... Why does it keep changing my party? Oi. Oi, game. I did not give you permission to change my party. Oi. What do you think you're doing? Dunban. There. Sharla. There. Bam. Easy peasy. Everything is A-O good now. Zigzag. They'll never expect it. We gotta go this way now. Onward. To more adventure. But, oh, there's a freaking robot. And finally, I can damage them, unlike the last boss fight there, where that was super annoying when I couldn't. Oh, there's the topple, so let's try to inflict daze real quick if I'm in time. Dang it, I was like a second too late to inflict daze. That feels so bad, man. Oh, man. I missed your comment, Monado. Like, what about, like, having any power there? Oh, yours is time travel. That'd be pretty neato. And it might actually be possible. Like, people are... Like, there's no way to know for sure if going back in time is possible, but if it is, how people are estimating it might work is through wormholes. But if we want to do that, we have to, one, find a way to actually make wormholes not last the brief moments that they currently do, and enlarge it so that they're actually something that you can go through, because currently they're like smaller than atoms. But if you could do both of those, you could potentially use them to go back in time, but only to the time when the wormhole was created. But it would be an interesting thing. As for going to the future, that is already confirmed as possible, because it's a weird thing with time-space, or space-time I should say. People like to think of them as separate things when they're really kind of like the same thing. It's space-time. Interwoven sheets that make up the universe. And imagine like you're going northwest and you start going more north. It means you're going less west. It's the same thing with space-time. So if you start going more through space, you start going less through time. So in theory, if you went and like orbited around a black hole for like a few weeks, who knows, you might be like 100 years in the future when you stop orbiting, because you were traveling through space so fast. So yeah, the more you know, the faster you're moving through space, the less you're moving through time and making it to the future faster. But like, you're not really gonna experience anything like that on Earth. Like, it's too small of a difference. Like, people have done testing of this, actually. It's really fascinating. Like, people have attached atomic clocks, which just means that they're like the most accurate clocks in the world. Like, they've put them on airplanes, and they've done tests where they have like an atomic clock that they just leave stationary on the ground, and they put an atomic clock on a plane, and then they fly that plane like around the world, and they see how much it's off by. And they've done it with the orbit of the Earth and against the orbit of the Earth. So the plane that goes with the orbit of the Earth, with the orbit of the Earth, is therefore like accelerated by that, and the one that goes against the orbit of the Earth means that that one is technically going slower than the one that's stationary on the ground, since the one that's stationary on the ground is orbiting with the Earth and other things going against it. And the results are just what you'd think they'd be if going faster means going less through time. But the clocks are only off by like a nanosecond, which is like a billionth of a second, so it's not like it makes a big difference. But in theory, if you went like ultra fast, like orbiting around a black hole, who knows, you could maybe go decades or even centuries into the future, but it'd be a one-way trip. Unless we figure out how to do something with wormholes or find another way. But yeah, totally not sure how specifically accurate it was, but like how they portrayed it. Interstellar, their Enter knowledge on this. Interstellar there was really interesting, and that actually uses that same idea where, like, depending on how fast you're traveling through space will affect how much you're traveling through time. Like in Interstellar, when they were on that like super watery planet, and I guess there was something that had to do with its orbit or something like that. I don't completely remember, but how when they got off of it after like a few hours, like time was completely different on Earth. It's like the same kind of idea there. I think it was in like grade 8 or something like that. So when did Interstellar come out? It was like the year after Interstellar came out, whatever grade I was in. I think I was in grade 9. I think my science teacher for like the last day showed it to us because that was like his favorite movie. And he like brought us all popcorn and like microwaved it. Or was that, maybe it was actually in high school, I don't remember. It was in 2014. Okay, what grade was I in then? Because I just finished my second year of university. While I'm facing enemies here, I don't know if I can figure this out right now. I don't know if I can mentally figure this out while I'm trying to also stab enemies. But yeah, so 2014, so that was 5 years ago. So I must have been in grade 10 then?
Let's keep on going like this,
or was it?
Cool.
Or maybe that was like the end of grade 9. It was one of the two, grade 9 or grade 10. I think it was 9, if memory serves. If it came out in 2014 then. I think you can travel back in time if you rotate the Earth in the opposite direction. I don't think that's how that works, but that would certainly be interesting. Doesn't one of the planets rotate in the opposite direction, or are you crazy? What do you mean, Garvia? Because there are a couple ones that do rotate the opposite way. There are a couple there. Oh my goodness, Dunban went flying. You might be right, Han. I'm not sure. I'm not 100% certain. Not quite sure. Let's open up the thing. I don't even know where I'm going. There's more robots. My oh my. Also, planet rotation sanity might not be related. Definitely. Did you just Google it, Carvia? Is that what the answer is? It's those two that rotate the opposite way? Yeah, Han was half right. I just knew it was like some. Google told him. Nice, nice. Oh, I should use Shadow Eye to get rid of my aggro real quick. Is what I should probably do. Boopity boppity. Oh my goodness, thank goodness that still counted as from the back. My oh my. How good are we? My oh my. How do we get to this conversation again? Actually, I know, but funny how you can get to some things, to certain conversations as you start like talking about random stuff on stream, huh? Funny how you get to these things. Nice backslash at the air. Shulk. Nice job. Okay, so I apparently have to go this way, so I guess I'll go down this way. First playthrough this, you totally ignored Shadow Eye. Gosh, did that make second playthrough easier? I know, right? Like, it's just a free spending to get rid of your aggro and to have your attacks do some more damage. Shadow Eye's so good. It just sucks when you try to use it so that you can position yourself for like backslash or slit edge or something and the enemy still faces you. It's like, come on, how much aggro do I have? Oh man. Well, Harmonia told me this, but I feel they need to bring it up again since we're on science topics. Or are we going to discuss more science stuff that I've mentioned on stream before? And Monato's Link, because it's a mixture of Link, The Legend of Zelda series and Monato in this game. Makes sense. I figured it was probably that. Both are great game series. Definitely. Can you use Steel Strike? Steel Strike, Dunban! Oh, whatever. I'll just do this now. Oh, yeah. I mean, you have Bill 9 your rules science has to be talked about. Oh, yeah, that's right. Most streamers, when you go to chat, their like stream rules come up, and I didn't have stream rules for a long time at all because like it's just the same with every single streamer. Like every single streamer just has like the same rules, so I figure people get it. People know not to be a dick in chat. And if they want to be, having rules there isn't gonna stop them. So there's no point having stream rules. And then one day I was like, what if I did something different? What if I just actually had stream rules, but I did something very out there and weird? So I went from not having any chat rules at all for like, can I target them please? Stupid controller. I mean, jeez. So I went from not having any chat rules for like a year to like just a month ago. I was like, oh, let's just put Bill Nye the Science Guy lyrics as the stream rules. Perfect. Bill Nye or Neil deGrasse Tyson though, Kappa. Bill Nye. Team Bill Nye for me. I love Bill Nye. Man, I wish Shadow Eye charged faster. That'd be really cool. Well, Hot, I guess I'm just gonna have to ban you from the stream then, Hot. I guess you're just gonna have to get banned from this stream forever. You're from the Philippines, but I'm like, nice. I assume it's a lot warmer there than it is here in Canada, where just 2 days ago, so like April 30th, I was walking to the train station for like my part-time job, and freaking I walk outside and all of a sudden it's winter again somehow. It snowed. So like I haven't seen it snow at the end of April, maybe ever, but man oh man does weather like to be weird here. It's nice knowing you all. Efron, yeah. Miss playing you in Smash. Yeah, see ya. You're getting permabanned now. I wonder how many times you've been permabanned. Let's just use this anyway, because I don't care. Boop, I'll boop them all. Like, they're not Mechon, so it doesn't do extra damage, but... this robot just, like, tapped Shulk, and Shulk was like, ah! Oh my goodness, that was a scream of complete suffering that just came out from Shulk. Oh my goodness. Okay, we're probably good from here. Alright, time to permaban Haunt. There we go. Bam, permabanned. 91 messages deleted by a moderator. There we go. Okay, now maybe I should quickly unban. Wait, I sometimes forget how to exactly spell it. Haunt_SSB, right? That's the exact spell. Oh, Haunt SSB _ YouTube. Okay. Jeez, I sometimes forget the spelling on this. Unban Haunt SSB _YT. Oh, I apparently already. Oh, Carvia already did it. Thanks, Carvia. I guess now I have to mod again since only the streamer can do that. Dang. How many times have you been permabanned? Let's check. Let's check. How many times have I permanently banned you from the stream? Only 4 times, though you do have 2 timeouts as well. How many times have I permabanned Carvia? 20 times. 20 times I've permanently banned Carvia from the stream. Take the thing! I want the thing! Name Super Smash Bros. _YouTube. Yeah, sorry, I got mixed up there. Wait, so what's this way? There's like another pool thing. Item! I'm yoinking it. This is mine. I claim it in the name of the United States of America. There's something. Yeah, that. Yeah, Haunt actually hasn't been permanently banned from the stream as many times as I thought he has. Is this my favorite game? No, but it's definitely in top 5. Apparently, there's no platform appearing for me to go across there, so I have to go around. My favorite game is Pokemon Mystery Dungeon 2. So my favorite games are Pokemon Mystery Dungeon 2, Xenoblade Chronicles 2, Pokemon Super Mystery Dungeon, Xenoblade Chronicles 1, and Octopath Traveler. Those are my top 5 in that order going down. Say the Pledge of Allegiance, you won't. What's that? What is that? Is that a states thing? He can't? It's illegal? I don't even know what that is. Is that a thing you... Oh, dang, I healed myself for nothing. Is that a thing you guys have in the States? I've never heard of that before. $200 fine. Oh my goodness. I haven't actually heard of that before. Look at this shuffle that Shulk's doing despite me not touching the controller. Because this controller's old and likes to do that. What's that? We used to say it every day in school. I thought like maybe you do the same thing we used to do in Canada where, well, I say used to do, they probably still do it in elementary school, but in elementary school we also always had to sing the national anthem, and I hated it. I really don't like the Canadian national anthem. I think it's kind of dumb, not gonna lie. Don't tell my fellow Canadians. I think it's kind of dumb. I don't know what other national anthems are like. Like, I don't really know that much about national anthems, but I really don't like the Canadian one. Like, it was written a long time ago, and it's very obvious it was written a long time ago. It's very much not with the times. Like, some of the things in it, I just, ugh. Robot jumped down and I collected a quest item there. Yeah, it's a chant they make small children do every morning to indoctrinate them with patriotism. Okay, so it's just like an elementary school here where it's like the national anthem. Is the, wait, what was it called again? I have to scroll up and chat. The Pledge of Allegiance. Is it different from your national anthem? Because we just had to sing like the national anthem. Every morning in elementary school, it would come on like the intercoms, the like instrumental version of the national anthem, and it used to be like, they used to have like 5 different ones that they'd rotate through and like change between. But we always had to sing the Canadian national anthem as a class. So is it different from the national anthem? The Philippines had national anthem too. Yeah, most places do, since it's a way to like strengthen nationalism. Okay, so the national anthem is different then. Yeah, I also feel like in Canada, I feel like people in Canada, or at least like people that want to make nationalism here stronger, feel very much like they need to make students do that, like we had to in elementary school. Because like in Canada, we very much pride ourselves on being like very diverse and very much people from like all kinds of different backgrounds. So like most countries, like people will have nationalism like just from having common history. But in Canada, because we're so diverse, we don't have a common history. We're literally people from like all over the place. So we don't have like this nationalism of having a common history. So our nationalism is basically created in other ways like that. So I feel like a lot of government people make us do stuff like that in order to make nationalism stronger, because we don't have any we don't have any natural nationalism because we don't have a common history. So yeah, there's that. I'm gonna yoink this here, but yeah. Yeah, I don't know if it's I assume it's every country, but I wouldn't know. I assume that it would be every country there. But yeah, I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible with liberty. And I assume that last part is sarcasm but needs of justice for all. But is that what most of it is then? I assume. Interesting. Yeah, we had to sing like our whole national anthem, and our national anthem like sucks. When I was in my social studies class was this junior high or was this high school? I think this was high school. When we were learning about like the French Revolution, we heard the French national anthem a couple times. And I remember our teacher saying that he loved the French national anthem because like it was founded during the French Revolution there, where they like wanted to overthrow like the monarchy and actually start having democracies and stuff like that. So like the French national anthem, as my social studies teacher described it in high school, is like very violent, and it's all about like fighting wars. And I don't know how accurate this is, but I think I remember my teacher saying something about there are some parts in it about like chopping off heads or something. I don't remember if that's true. This is like my terrible memory. People here actually know the French national anthem. I might be getting it completely wrong. But apparently if you listen to like the French one, it's like very violent compared to other national anthems because of the times that it was made in. So it's certainly very interesting. Absolutely, but that entire pledge is word for word. Get rid of your knee joke and you have our pledge. Interesting. So that's a lot shorter at least than the Canadian one. But yeah, I feel like a lot of things like this you can tell were made a long time ago. Because like, I imagine if somebody was trying to make like some sort of a pledge for a whole country of some sort that everybody had to do, then like it wouldn't include things that are like religious, like under God, for example. Bye, you're gonna go eat breakfast? Alright, thanks for hanging out, Monado Link. Hope you have a good breakfast. America literally has the line that bombs burst in. Do they? Is that part of the national anthem? Is that actually part of it? It's about when Canada burned down the White House, and the White House burned, 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 and we're the ones who... Has anyone heard that song? Or is it something that we only hear like here in Canada? Because that was shown in classes a couple times. It's such a wacky song. I forget who wrote it. But do anyone else know that song? And the White House burned, 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 and we're the ones who did it. Burned, 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 and the Americans ran and cried. It burned, 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 and things were very historical. And the Americans ran and cried like a bunch of little babies. Wah, wah, wah. Anyone know that song? Anyone know that one? In the War of 1812. Oh, that's what it's called. It's called the War of 1812. Right. It's Ring of Fire by Johnny Cash, but a parody. Gotcha. Now you want to hear Please for Until... No one else has heard that?
This will leave a mark. Shake your head.
Like, sometimes I would play that in our social studies classes as like a joke. Anyway, I would just start singing that song. Yeah. Anyway, what I was talking about before, I feel like national anthems and pledges and stuff like that that have like religious context like that, like including God in it, I feel like probably wouldn't slide for something that would be made like today. Like especially like here in Canada, like one of the lines in the Canadian national anthem was I haven't sang it in a long time, but there's something about God in it as well. And it's like, really? That's still part of our national anthem? Which I find very ironic considering, there's a chest here, considering we're a country that literally prides ourselves on being diverse and from a whole bunch of different places. So mentioning that as a thing that every student has to say in the public school system, can't say I agree with it, honestly. Like, it's just so ironic. Like we literally pride ourselves here on our diversity, and then in our national anthem we do like one of the most non-diverse things by saying something like it's fact in the public school system for religion. But I don't know. That's me.
You can do it. I will draw strength from your work.
This is probably stuff that you shouldn't be talking about on stream because you're gonna offend somebody, but like, whatever, I guess. Or something. I'm just saying, like, the public school systems, if you're gonna have something that's gonna like enforce the nationalism for the country, it should be something that can apply to everybody rather than just, you know.
Go on.
Nah, let's just chain attack this and hopefully not die. And see what happens. But yeah, I made sure to include God in the pledge. That was like half the point when it was made. Yeah, considering the times when it was made, like that, yeah, that makes sense for the times, considering that was such a big part of like society then. Some of the great social studies teacher once played a song about the Mediterranean and you memorized it off your heart and you still know it all today. You did it with a lot of our lessons. You memorized most of them. I still need that Kappa emote. Is that like a Nairo one or something? What is this? It isn't even a Nairo one. I thought it might be since it was like a Zero Suit one. But, you know. Okay, break isn't inflicted yet, so let's just inflict break right now.
We're counting on you.
So let's just change the future like this.
Full force.
And then we inflict days. See if we can extend this. Do you want another Samich Carvia? Good question, man. Oh, this will still do a decent amount of damage. Oh, we can use Blossom Dance now. Will this kill, though? Let's find out. I don't think it will. Yeah, it seems to have pretty high physical defenses there.
Good job, everyone. We did it.
Is what it does. Now, once it gets up again, the vision's gonna come back. Come on, Daze! Dang, it's too late. Oh, phew. We killed it before the vision came true. Fine with that line airplay, mainly because you don't really care. I just mean like for everybody that doesn't like see that as kind of standard, you know? It's Pelagian truth that holds no value. Oh yeah, I guess it doesn't really hold any value to the real world, but I don't know, to like really young kids in my eyes, I don't know. Written in 1892 by the socialist Francis Bellamy. Should I know that name? Pledge of Allegiance first appeared in a National Family Magazine News Companion and was later modified by Congress and President Dwight E. Eisenhower in 1954 to include a reference. Oh, so it wasn't even? It didn't originally even have that reference? It was added later? Yeah, I don't like having that kind of stuff include in stuff that like everybody has to abide by, you know? Because that's not what everybody stands for. Should be applicable to everyone, but that's my opinion. I don't know. Oh, let's inflict daze. Also, I guess I could play that video. Like, I don't know if it's something that's it's probably not shown in schools in the States. I remember it was shown like in my school a couple times because like I'm pretty sure it was made in Alberta, this province. So they'd like show it in classes sometimes as like a joke. Like if I click off the game here, it's gonna.
Cool. Let's keep this up.
Oh boy, best part of the game. Kids today, the 50s sure seem to be morally declining. Gotta make sure they love Jesus specifically. Yeah, so I guess stuff like that is added for that reason, or that was what's his name. Was the reasoning to add it. You gotta make sure that they have that. Since they're morally declining. Okay, where's this freaking thing? Let me find this. Let me find this thing. Did none of y'all from the States know this? Is this it? Is this it here? I think this is it. There was like some applause at the beginning there. This might be it. I don't know. Let's drag that onto here. Hold on. You guys ever heard this before? Is this it? I don't even know if this is it. This might be it. I guess the game sound is still gonna be playing, but like whatever. Ever heard this before?
Thank you so much.
Oh yeah, this is it. Yeah. So this is a thing that we used to sometimes hear in like elementary schools. You know? When was it? 2007. My goodness. Yeah, I remember seeing this in elementary school. Hold on, can I mute the game? Let's pause it.
Well, he thought he'd tell the British where they ought to go.
You know? Your opinion on the pledge is just meh. To be honest, you don't really care. It's a pledge that matters none to you and what you do now and what you want to do in the future. That makes sense, but it can also be really impressionable on, like, kids I know. Hold on, here's the good part. And yeah, that's true, nevermore. Ever heard this before? It's like a Canadian song, right? And things are very historical. You ever see this in American schools? Because we sure saw it in Canadian schools, at least in Alberta schools. You know? Ever see it?
It's the only war the Yankees lost except for Vietnam. And also
you know?
the Alamo. Right, and the Bay of...
Never seen this before?
So join right in and gloat about the war.
Is this the Canadian national anthem? It should be. I wish it was. I wish this was the Canadian national anthem. That'd be so hilarious. That'd actually be incredible. Oh yeah, something else I forgot to mention before. Because we don't have like a common history in Canada and we have our nationalism bolstered in other ways, one of those things, in case you didn't know in the States, is very much like hating the states. Like a very big part of Canadian nationalism is like, things aren't the best here, but at least we're not them being the states. That's very much a part of Canadian nationalism. I don't know if you guys know that, but that's a part of Canadian nationalism. And there's a lot of American untrue stereotypes here, which is unfortunately kind of sad, but it's a thing, I guess. Like, it's not like a serious dislike, it's more of a joking kind of dislike is a big part of our nationalism. It's like, at least we're not the states. That's, yeah, it is kind of harsh, not gonna lie.
Bring a pack of matches and we'll burn the White House.
Twice. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so there's that. So, whoops, the game minimized. Yeah, that's like America in the South. It's the same kind of deal then. Where am I even going? I'm getting so lost in here. I hate this tomb so much. Why can't we just like listen to that song the whole time? I could play it again, but let's not do that. I usually don't even play videos during like me doing story content, especially in like a super story heavy game like Xenoblade Chronicles. Usually I'd only play stuff like that if we're doing like a grinding stream or something like that. But this is the freaking tomb. Who cares? Nobody cares. This is literally the most boring part of the game. Oh my goodness. My oh my. America's just arguing with itself all the time. Yeah, that's true. That can definitely happen. I saw this. It was funny, there was this one time semi-recently. It's like breaking news in the States is like, oh, Trump's trying to get his wall built and there's this huge dispute with Mexico and all this like serious stuff going down. And then there's like big news in Canada. Our Prime Minister has formally apologized for eating a chocolate bar in the House of Commons. That's like Canadian big news. So it's kind of a funny difference there, you know? Apparently a lot of people were really hating him because apparently he had like a granola bar or a chocolate bar or something like that in the House of Commons. I heard about afterwards and I was like, wait, that's a thing that happened? Why? And what was the problem? I guess he was hungry and he wanted to... Can I target this thing, please? There we go. A Trumpy does Trump things. Yeah. Yeah. Like, I don't want to talk too much about politics on stream, but at the same time, I literally can't help it. One of the things they always say that you should do as a streamer is like, never talk about politics, but like, sometimes I just can't help it, you know? Like when it came to the election between like Hillary and Trump, it's like however million people, it's like I don't know what the population of the States is. It's like either 300 million or 500 million or something like that. But however many 100 million of people, and they narrowed it down to those two for the election. Like looking at the election, I couldn't help but think it like, how many hundreds of millions of people? And they narrowed it down to those two for the options. You know? Yeah, you might make it messy. Yeah, seems very much like. I really like that meme that you sent like a stream a while back on, where there was like the Trump supporter finding out about ladders. I don't know if that was real or if it was faked. Either way, it was a funny meme where it's like, he's like talking about how great the wall's gonna be and somebody shows him a picture of a ladder and he's like, what's this? That's a ladder. A ladder? What does this do? Oh, it's like steps that lets you climb over walls. And he's like, what? This is a technology that exists? Like, I don't know if that was real or whether it was like faked. It seemed like it could have been faked, but either way it was funny. Can I take the thing, please? I would love to take the thing. But yeah, not sure what the new systems are smoking, but sure. I don't know. Maybe they figured out something with Atari and they're working together. Okay, I apparently have to go even farther around. But yeah. 1 millionaire and 1 billionaire to... Oi! Despite the... And the billionaire won despite 3 million less votes. Yeah, it was... Like, there was all that stuff about, like... Russia having a hand in the election there, which was literally proven after the fact, and people were like, oh well, we can't take him out of office because, like, sure, he had that helping hand in it, but we can't prove that he wouldn't have gotten it otherwise, so we're just gonna leave him in. It's like, oh yeah, that totally makes sense. That totally makes sense. Fun. Fun, man. I hate the tomb so much. It's literally just going around and destroying robots. Oh my goodness, man. But yeah, some of the things that happen there. No takesy backsies. Yeah, that's basically the rule there. Look, Trump is being more bullshit. Wait, Canada has a guy in a granola bar? Get this shit on the news as soon as possible. Yeah, that's like big news in Canada. Pretty much. Like, it's nothing compared to the drama going on in the States. What? There's more enemies. Like, we don't have anything crazy going on here, like in so long. If we want to see crazy stuff on the news to rant about, we look at American news, not Canadian news. Honestly. But yeah, Bill Clinton got impeached because he lied to Congress about a blowjob. Really? Because I would have thought for sure that Trump would have been impeached by now, and some of the things that he's done are like, I feel like are more serious than that.
Let's press on. Let's stay focused.
I feel like. And there's like so many people that are getting into like power who just feel like shit just because they have like people on their side. Like, who is that guy who's like the new Supreme Court judge or whatever? It was like on the news for a couple of weeks where there was all these allegations against him of these women coming forward who were like wronged by him. And it was like so obvious that he did it. Like, that was some of the most entertaining news I've seen in like forever. Like, screw watching TV shows when you can watch that, because that was like the most intense like soap opera ever is like turning on the news was. Like, you'd see the people asking him questions like, but were you aware of like the stuff going on at these parties? And he'd just like start talking about some completely random other thing, and the other guys would just be like, that's not what I asked you about. I asked you about these other things. They'd be like, well, you see, sometimes I don't. And it's just like it was like the most hilarious thing. And then like, it was so obvious that he did this stuff. And then he got put in, I forget what his name is, but like the Supreme Court judge or whatever. And then he got like tossed into power anyway. I have no idea where the heck I'm going. I'm kind of randomly wandering around as we're like talking about stuff. But because he has the backing of people like Trump, he gets into power anyway. Oh man. Ah, now I can inflict days. Very no thing I have to say. Granted, you're 16. You shouldn't even. Yeah, kill is definitely the right thing to say. You shouldn't. But yeah, I shouldn't even care. Well, I mean, it's good to care about this kind of stuff just to know what's going on and such, but yeah, I know. Yeah, like how he said, oh, 300 million people, and we had those two candidates. Oh, 300 million, a sexual predator gets appointed to Supreme Court. Yeah. Like, it seems very much like that's what happens when you have friends in high places, like Trump there. Like, it was so obvious that he did it. In fact, like, the news around that was the most hilarious thing about how he dodged around it. How many bots are there? Part of why you've been so depressed for the last 4 years? This world is a trash fire. Yeah, it definitely can be. With stuff going on in the States, it's definitely, I'd argue, a lot more there, but like even in other places there's crazy stuff going on. And like the sphere of influence of the States is like, I would argue, like the primary influence of the world. Like there's the two biggest powerful influences in the world are the US and Russia. And I would argue that the US has more of an influence than Russia does. Like, they've been like competing with each other for more influence for so long now, but I feel like the States currently has more influence than Russia does. So all this drama that's going on in the States does affect the entire world, because I would argue that they're the primary influencer for like the other world countries at the moment, and then the second is Russia. And I feel very much like Russia may as well be the primary influencer right now, considering Trump kind of does everything that Putin wants him to, you know. So right now the primary influencer may as well be Russia instead of the States. So maybe I stand corrected. But that's just a theory, a political theory. Thanks for watching. I'm so sorry about that joke. But yeah, it's agonizing to think about the future of the States. We, us, the USA, will be the downfall of the world. Yeah, things are starting to spiral, like, all kinds of out of control. You'll call it the US will be the death of the earth. I don't think it'll be quite like that, hopefully, but it's definitely not looking bright. It's definitely not looking bright around there, for sure. Definitely not. Like, just kind of happens and we go with it. Like, it's not really like there's anything you can do about it, though, as, like, the individual. Like, what can you do? I don't know, man. I don't even know. I was gonna say something else, but then I forgot. Oh, I remember now. Like, even when he first got into office, like, all the things that started happening. Like, the States was already the most funded army on the planet by a lot. Like, not even by a smidge. Like, you look up graphs showing, like, how much funding various armies around the world get. There's, like, all these bars that are, like, pretty close to each other, and then there's just the States. It's like, I think it has, like, 3 times more funding than the next biggest army in the world. I think the next biggest is China, correct me if I'm wrong. And it's like 3 times the funding of China. Like, that was as is. That was before the election. Can I use this art, please? So already, despite that,
let's keep on going like this, guys.
Like, I might be making these numbers up, correct me if I'm wrong. That's just what memory tells me. But that's something about what I think it was. But anyway, after the election, more funding went into the army. Because it wasn't high enough as is. You know, definitely wasn't high enough as is. And where did the funds to do this come from? Out of a whole bunch of actual important things, like funds to protect the environment, space programs, all kinds of care to help people around the world, or not around the world, but in the States. Is where that money's coming from. All to fund the army more, because the army definitely needs more funding than it already has, you know.
Okay, let's get going.
I have no idea how to get to where I'm going in this tomb. This is why I hate the tomb so much. I'm literally just trying to get to these places and I can't even. Like, how do I do the thing? How do I get there? Am I even getting closer? I hate the High Entia tomb so much. But yeah, America has 11 aircraft carriers, and they budgeted making a 12th. Jeez. From the youth, including yourself, simply watching the world burn to the ground without any sign of stopping. Like, the sad part is most people are oblivious to the world around them, like you. I mean, I don't stay as updated on the news as I should, honestly. Like, I should stay more updated on the news than I am. Like, one word of advice that came from probably my favorite social studies teacher in high school. I'll actually say it after this battle. Like, I don't stay updated on a lot of news. I just kind of look at headlines sometimes, or hear what other people tell me is on the news. And if a headline is, like, really interesting, I'll read what's going on. Anyway, in high school, my favorite social studies teacher, what he recommended we do was to download, like, a news app. The one that he personally recommended was Routers. I have it somewhere here on my phone. What the heck did I do with Routers? Okay, I apparently can't find Routers. Oh, there it is. It's on my front screen. This freaking app here. If it comes on. I highly recommend Routers if you guys want like news apps. I've been using it for a while, and basically I just open it whenever I have like nothing else to do. Like maybe I'm waiting for something somewhere, I'll just like open Routers and be like, okay, what's new in the world? And what my social studies teacher recommended we do is just like when you have free time like that, just browse through headlines. Just browse through like headlines on some news app. It doesn't even have to be that one, because even just browsing through headlines makes you like so much more aware of what's going on in the world, even if it's like an occasional thing. So like I have that news app on my phone and I rarely use it, but like if I'm just waiting around for something to happen or something like that, like I'm in a waiting room and I'm just like, oh, what else can I do? I'll typically either go on Notepad to like plan out some stream stuff like emotes, or I'll just open Routers and I'll browse headlines just for a general idea of what's going on in the world. But like I don't really watch much news, so I don't listen to radio news. I listen to my own phone music, so I'm definitely no expert on this stuff. Don't take my word as gospel or anything, but there's some of the stuff I do know, I suppose. But yeah, why have a real healthcare system? Just billions of tax dollars on more weapons of death. Exactly. Why have healthcare systems? Who needs that? But we can have even more aircraft carriers and more weapons and stuff. But yeah, Nevermore has big boy IQ. And sorry that I didn't get to this stuff before. When I start ranting on things, I have to finish my thoughts. We talk to people about America's defense spending, they never know it's actually as ridiculous as it is. Yeah, it is unbelievable. Like, with how much funding goes into the army, imagine what a good influence the States could be on like the rest of the world if that stuff was funded into like taking care of the environment, or into like healthcare systems, or like anything else to make a positive impact in this world. Like they could be such a, like the States could be such, has the potential to be like such a beacon of hope, such a guiding ray for like all other countries of the world to follow behind, you know? It has the potential to do that, but they don't try. But yeah, did I go past the free? Hold on. Oh my goodness. This entire time, we've been mucking around trying to find a way to get onto one of those platforms. I forgot that you turn on literally any one of these things and there's a climbing wall right here. I've probably been mucking around in the tomb for like at least like 40 minutes or something like that, randomly defeating random robots, trying to make it closer to the center when I could have made it to the center anytime, because I forgot that there was a climbing wall here and I tried to make it to a doorway for these walkways when there was never even a doorway for these walkways, and that's why I kept getting lost. I hate the tomb so much. I hate this area of the game. But yeah, I don't much care anymore. They just kind of sit there like, oh well, yeah, there goes tax money by the millions into useless shit. Oh, there it is, more military. When the school systems are falling apart by the seams, we have goons in the office and child predators in Congress. Yeah, things aren't looking the brightest. The reason people don't care about what happens anymore is they realize they can't do shit about it. Yeah, like when people try to, like when they try to get these people from getting into power, like the current Supreme Court judge, for example, where like people fought so hard to keep them out of it, it's because they have friends in high places that they get in anyway. So it sucks. Hey, more story stuff finally.
That is a big ball of something.
He'd look fun and sparkle.
It's not attacking us, at least.
What's happening?
Hey, look at that!
Another defense mechanism.
At a guess, we're looking at the tomb's guard.
We're not getting past without a fight.
Everyone, Melia needs us. We can't let this thing stop us.
No problem. Time to break my record.
The music changed. That was weird. It went from like boss battle music to like regular battle music. Yeah, I'll try to boop the Snoop Carve ya. I'll get him real good. But yeah, say that over 50% of Congress are millionaires. I didn't actually know that, but whoops. But that's definitely not the most surprising thing in the world. Yeah, that's definitely not very representative of the populace at all. Like, that makes it so the people in charge are looking at the world from a perspective of somebody that doesn't have to worry about, you know, putting food on the table and supporting their family. Like, that's something that they don't have to worry about. The things that they worry about are, like, running businesses and making profit off that. So the people, like, running the world like that, or running the states, which I guess expands the world there, see it from a perspective that doesn't apply to the general population. And I would argue impedes their ability to make the best decisions for a population that they personally don't understand the ways of life of, you know? I would argue. That's my opinion there. Look at anything politically these days and try to find anything representative about our populace. It's near impossible. Yeah, I won't deny that. Yeah, it's definitely not the best ever, for sure. Definitely not. So if we're still talking about it, this is all that stuff is deeply upsetting to you. No, I don't mind having these kinds of conversations. Yeah, it's just, I don't agree with it at all either. It's no bueno.
Anyone would think we're not wanted. Are we ever gonna find her?
I think you'll find we had to take the long way because somebody pushed a certain button.
Somebody mean Rhine.
Shut it, hairball. It was just a button.
Relax. She will be fine. This route will lead us to the ritual altar, but time is of the essence.
We've got to hurry. There's no time to lose.
Alrighty. Where am I going now? Can I actually... What was the point of coming here if I have to go back? I'm apparently going this way now or something. Time to get lost in the tomb again, maybe. I can't believe that I forgot that this climbing wall was a thing. I cannot believe. I can't believe you've done this. My, oh my. Oil. Man, we could have spent so much less time in the tomb. Here I was earlier saying I was gonna rush the tomb, and then I got lost in it. Like a child at Disneyland. My goodness. My goodness, man. Alrighty, this way, I guess. I'm not even gonna fight them. I don't even care anymore. I'm not even doing it. I'm out of here. See ya. Ah, making progress. I'm discovering new landmarks. Cool, man. This way, I guess. Good thing climbing stops combat, huh? Wait, what the heck is going on here? What the heck? Green diode. Man, before this stream, I was thinking if only I had a green diode. Now I can achieve all my dreams. Hey, dude. Hey, dude. That's a bit rude, isn't it? That's a little bit rude, huh? Oi, turn away from me so I can use backslash, please. Or that works. That works too. Dang it, I ran out of time to inflict daze. That sure sucks, doesn't it? Emergency alarm? What does that do? Does that? Yeah, that summons reinforcements. Let's focus efforts on this one first. This is what we do. Boop. Whoops. Sorry, I got mixed up with Xenoblade Chronicles 2 controls. Sorry. I tried to press B and I pressed A because, you know, swapped buttons. Swapped buttons. Wait, can I? Okay, I can heal Dunban from his confused state. Cool. I didn't quite remember whether I could or not. Apparently I could. That's pretty neato. Oi, aggro off me, please. There we go, aggro's off me so I can use backslash to kill it.
Okay,
sweet.
Let's get going.
Nice job.
Sweet, man. I'm getting all this gear and stuff. Onward and upward. I said onward and upward. What are you doing, Charlotte? What are you doing? Let's yoink that spiral lamp. Whoa, dude. You guys can't see the full title unless I read it out because my camera's in the way. But it's just like collectible items, so it doesn't even matter. Doesn't really matter what it says. Big black spider ran across your floor yesterday when you playing Smash Bros and it freaks you out. You're gonna step on it, but it ran under your trust me, you were shooketh. Oh dang, I didn't mean to do that. When I find spiders, I typically put them outside myself. But my oh my. I mean, apparently putting spiders outside isn't even the best thing, from what I've heard. Because something very interesting about house spiders is they've probably spent their whole life inside the house, more likely than not. And have just like lived in like uninhabited areas, like an attic or something like that. If they're out and about instead of being in the dark areas, it just means that they've like eaten enough bugs to grow strong and healthy, and now they're on the search for a mate. Which is why you sometimes see spiders around the house. But typically they stay hidden and spend like their whole life around the house. Some people have recommended just moving house spiders back to a dark part of the house. So I mean, there's been some times where I've seen spiders in my house and I've like put them in like the furnace room or something like that. Just chill there since no one goes in there. But I don't know. Like, you might wonder where they're getting all their food from, but it's gotta be somewhere if they've grown to the size that they're at. And they're out in the open to be looking for a mate. I must have eaten at least like 15 or something like that bugs. I don't know what the number is. But something like that. Something along them lines or something. Okay, looks like Dunban just inspired Charla. That's pretty nice. That's nice, ain't it? Alright, let's go ahead and finish it off with backslash. Okay, everyone's at level 39 there.
I can see this isn't pushing you at all.
But yeah, so the more you know about house spiders, I guess. Go check if the spider's still there, Garvia. Ever since I started, like, spending a lot of time in this office, I've seen significantly less spiders appearing here. When I first moved into this space, there'd be, like, spiders all the time. So I think spiders give me the heebie-jeebies. Like, I don't like spiders on or near me, but they eat bugs, including mosquitoes, and I hate mosquitoes. So even though I don't like spiders, like, on or around me, and that can freak me out, I like to keep spiders safe because they eat mosquitoes, and I hate mosquitoes.
Filthy Homs half-breed has no right to the throne!
Melia, half Homs.
Melia! Sure. Telethia, in the tomb. Why should you care when you're about to meet your death?
Alright, boss battle time. I feel like maybe we should go after the Telethia first, considering the Monado won't be able to damage her, as we learned from earlier. So it's probably a good idea to go after the thing that I can actually damage first, you know? Might be a good idea, and I'm pretty sure that attention seek attack thing that it just did probably would have made me target it anyway. Probably. Can I inflict break? It resists it, but it's not immune. So I can probably inflict it with a chain attack, I would guess. Let's do it from behind so I can potentially use backslash during it as well. There we go, break. Let's go ahead and topple it. And then we inflict daze. Dang, the chain attack wasn't extended, that's a shame. Alright, once that runs off, there we go. Let's stack daze again so it lasts even longer. Oh jeez, that scream is horrid. I don't know why her volume's like louder than like... I don't know why this annoying enemy over here's volume is like louder than everyone else's, but when she screams... Oh my goodness, that is piercing. That hurts my ears. Not gonna lie. Ow. Ow. Very unpleasant. Yeah, let's focus on the Telethia, please. That'd be nice. Okay, we can do this again. Come on, let's try one more time. Oh my goodness, that scream. My oh my. Okay, we're gonna flick break. And we're gonna topple. And then go ahead and daze. Dang, it wasn't extended again. Feels bad. Alright, let's daze it again. Make that topple last even longer. Alright, and we do some side attacks. This is what we do. Yikes, Charlotte's taking some damage, huh? I'll heal her for a little bit.
Let's focus our efforts.
Yeah, let's focus on the Telethia here anyway. Oop. Neat. Yeah, we're getting that party gauge up nice and high. I'll even sacrifice some of my HP to get it higher. System healed anyway there. That's rude, isn't it? Let's help you up. Get up, Charlotte. We got an enemy to kill. We got an enemy to kill over here. Don't you know? Heal Dunban for a little bit. Is what we do. Dang it! Why does it keep switching to the chain attack thing? Really? That didn't count as from the side? That sucks, doesn't it? That really sucks, huh? Alright, can we do the thing, please? There we go. Okay. Let's see here. Let's see what we can do from this. Let's see what we can do here. Let's do that. Dang, never lucky. Only the 3 attacks during the chain attack rather than more. Can I extend it? There we go, just in time to extend it. Sweet. Sweet, man. Okay, 1 enemy left. But I'm gonna be doing 1 damage, right? Yep, 1. So Dunban and Charlotte are gonna have to be the damage dealers. I'm just support, I guess. I guess I'm support. And I can inflict break. So at least I can do that. I'll wait for Shaker Edge to charge up so I can extend the topple once I do it. Is my plan. I'm doing 1 damage with backslash anyway. I shouldn't have positioned from behind. Oh, you're already toppled. In that case. In that a case then. Alrighty, let's just... Sure, let's do that. Is what we'll do. Oh, now we get to extend it? Now we get to extend it, huh? I only do 1 damage anyway, so may as well heal Dunban instead. Okay, let's see if I can extend the days. Oh my goodness, she got up fast. I can at least lower physical defense and inflict slow and break with this. Hey, get up, Dunban. My oh my, that scream there. Not really much point using this, but whatever. Let's lower that defense and inflict break. Is what we do. I'll use this in a sec. Sure. Sure, man. A pesky thing.
We're counting on you. Here I come.
Let's use that.
Full force.
Okay.
Let's just do this, whatever. Whatever, man. We'll try it. Okay, let's extend this. Dang it, I was hoping that she would go back to topple before I use days again. That sucks. My oh my. Let's lower that physical defense and inflict slow and stuff. This is what we do. Get up, Dunban. Get up. Oh, there's the topple. I can't inflict days yet, though. Oh, but Charlotte can. Alright, let's do this. That's what we're gonna do. Use Air Slash, combo that into topple, and go ahead and inflict days. Yeah, I know, right, Carvia? It's literally like the most annoying sound in this game. The nice 1 damage. And boop, there's another daze stacked onto that. I'll just keep doing 1 damage, I guess. Ready for the 1 damage backslash? Boop. 1 damage backslash. Nice, nice. I'll just inflict these additional effects. I can't inflict days yet, though. Okay, I might be able to finish this off here. Let's get rid of the annoyingness once and for all, please. That's what we'll try to do. Let's see here. Let's see what we can do here. Boop.
Nice.
We did it!
Boopity boppity. There we go. Jeez. That's so annoying.
It's not over! Telethia! Kill as many of them as you can!
Keep clear! The Telethia is destroying itself!
What?
Almost bought it.
Alvis, thank you.
My pleasure, Shulk.
Why did you come?
The Monado gave me a warning that you were in danger. I'm just glad we made it.
Hey, Shulk, whoever that was is gone.
So, they escaped.
Shulk, everyone, I thank you. You saved me.
Ricky, Smiley, Smiley! Melia, all safe! All thanks to Hero Pawn! Oh.
That's not how I remember it, Cheeseball.